We go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Leaders Edge 7 Habits to Highly Effective. And I'm going to say right now, leaders on this call, because that's really what we're talking about here. I'm Sarah Smith. I'm coming in from Liberty, Utah. If you didn't catch kind of my background and how LifeVantage landed in, my husband and our laps actually 14 years ago, we said yes to this. And 14 years ago, we were in the middle of a health crisis. We had a nurse practitioner share with us that ABC investigative news report that aired back in 2005. You guys, my jaw hit the floor. I was blown away that there were plants in small amounts that could actually activate and turn on our bodies. So I saw this right away. And fortunately, the nurse practitioner shared the entire story. Because if not, I would just be taking the product. I would not be leading calls and really changing. Like, I feel like we have the opportunity to change the world with what we have our hands on. And so along the way, fast forward 14 years, we have a global team. And the most powerful part about this is actually locking arms with leaders in this company that have that same vision, that have other teams. And this League of Leaders, that came together in Utah in July this year, really brought us all back together in a really beautiful way because we get to come together. We get to share the message of really the growth portion of what we need to do in our business. And grinding that personal growth axe is what I like to call it, sharpening the axe of how we are being, like how we move through the world and the level of influence that we have is absolutely profound. And this training brought us all together. And if you could go ahead and go to the next slide, I can speak to that because it truly, as this team of, League of Leaders, we came together and we really wanted to pour into our teams. And our mission is to raise up confidence, for effective leaders by coaching the principles of the 7 habits of highly effective people. So we'll equip leaders. We're going to empower them and multiply their influence. I think it's really powerful, really to really have people fly in this. And this really has to do with the belief in their self and how they work together lockstep with a team. So together we're developing this new wave of leaders. And, as you know, we've been moving through the 7 habits, and tonight is kind of our final call. And it's about putting these habits into action. So we know that studying everything and learning everything and hearing everything is all fine and well, but the real power is the doing, is to get out there and practice and develop ourselves in those ways. So just to set the stage, we're going to have the Facebook group. Tonight, we're wrapping up these 7 skills. And here we are. It's the launch of P84. How many of you are excited about P84? And if you don't have the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey, get a copy, get the Audible, and continue your learning process because it will change the face of your business. And for me, it's truly changed and up-leveled our leadership in so many ways. So I just so appreciate really working with Kellie and Arthur. Like these are like dear friends, I feel like now. Um, and I'm just gonna get right into this because Kellie, well, number one, like I absolutely adore working with her, and because she's on it. She's been with LifeVantage for a while, and it's just an honor. So I'm gonna give you her bio really quickly, and Kellie is a mom of 4 adult kids and a true entrepreneur. Kellie's received her bachelor's degree in exercise and sports sciences at the University of Arizona and her master's in physical therapy at the Mayo Clinic, as well as master's in business. Kellie has been in the wellness and healthcare space for over 30 years as a physical therapist, wellness expert, and business owner. Kellie coaches women with functional wellness memberships, health coaching, and retreats. Kellie is a top leader with LifeVantage and is passionate about teaching people to become the CEO of their health and life. Kellie is the host of the podcast Thriving in Midlife. And honestly, I'm just going to hand it right over to you, Kellie. Take it away, my friend. And I'm excited to hear what you have to say, wrapping these 7 habits up.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Sarah. And most of you have already heard my story, Arthur, my story. All I want to really say tonight is, you guys, Arthur and I like to have a lot of fun. I say if fun is not in the equation, it's like not happening. So I hope some of these pictures just show you that that's what life is really all about and should be about, and Life Vantage is all about. You can see my two little or big doggies in the photos. Literally, they're my co-captains as I'm working this business every day. My four kiddos, even as they're all now navigating adulthood, right? They're the love of my life. And I just put this other picture of Arthur and I on there because I wanted to also just share with you, no matter where you are in your journey, it took Arthur and I 10 years to be able to hit these elite ranks, and it's a privilege whenever it happens for you. It is your journey and you're on point. Um, just in case you don't know our story at all, because I was just happened to be this weekend with Andrea Ebert, and Andrew and I were chatting, and I will tell you the lesson I'm teaching you today is sharpen the saw. After we had the ability to hang out at Momentum Academy, we hung out personally and we're like, this is exactly what we need. Us leaders spending time together, coming together. Like, how can we all up level each other in this business? So, Arthur and I, yeah, we got started because we thought maybe this will help our clients and maybe this will help our family, but we really weren't looking at it as an income generating business. It transformed our family's life in health. It transformed our clients' health and life. And we had two pivotal moments. One, when our youngest was sick in the hospital, that I thought, oh dear goodness, what if I can't work? Because if I didn't have a patient in front of me, I don't get paid. If I'm in the clinic, not in the clinic, I don't get paid. What is going to happen? Fortunately, she's okay. But I started realizing I need to get to work and build this business. And then when COVID hit, really, that was very transformative for Arthur and I because, yes, we were essential services as physical therapists, but our clients didn't want to leave their home. And it took over 2 years for people to really be able to feel safe and come back before our business got up to what it once was. And we said, never again are we going to let somebody else determine our value, our worth, and what we get paid. And let's go to work. And so that's what we've done. So we're so excited to be here. It is so fun. So let's just briefly review like, where have we been with the foundations, right? We started with the foundations and the paradigms and looking through different lenses. We talked about being proactive, and these are important, you guys. I really hope you've been on your Sunday night doing your planning, really like saying, where am I spending my time in my four quadrants? Am I putting first things first, right? Am I beginning with the end in mind of what I really, really want? Am I thinking win-win? And really, when I'm navigating this business, whether I'm talking to a potential prospect, whether it's a customer, a teammate, like, am I seeking first to understand and then to be understood, which I believe is so core in LifeVantage. And then 2 weeks ago, Sarah really spent the last time with us talking about synergize and synergy. And this is everything that LifeVantage has. Well, here's what's exciting. We're on habit 7, the very last one in the very last week, and really it is all about sharpening the saw. It's the principle of renewal. You are the greatest asset. You need to protect it, you need to invest in it, and you need to activate it. This is where it all comes full circle. So, when we talk about renewal, I want you to understand that renewal is the key that really makes all other habits come to life, right? Habit 7 is the maintenance plan for habits 1 through 6. Because without renewal, even high performers, every single one of us on this call has the opportunity for burnout. The saw can become dull. And every one of you can say, I've either been in it, I am in it, I remember when I was in it, right? So the principle is we must take the time to sharpen ourselves to sustain our effectiveness because that's what we need. We need to stay effective in this business. So, where is our connection to LifeVantage? We must activate ourselves to perform better. That's what we do in LifeVantage. But we must activate our mind, our body, and our spirit to lead better. And that has been what I believe my team has seen in me. And I hope all of you start to understand what is your journey in keeping you top of mind, body, and spirit so that you can lead better. There's four dimensions of renewal. I'm not going to take a deep dive into any of these. I think these are like you guys saying like, of course, of course, of course. However, some of us aren't the best at physical renewal. We're not sleeping and exercise and watching our nutrition. Believe me, I've heard consultants say, well, I take all of our products. So, right? Like, isn't that good enough? It's not good enough, ladies and gentlemen. You need to be sure you're taking the time to implement everything that we need, that we're walking the walk, talking the talk in our exercise, in our sleep, and our nutrition beyond our cellular activation. I do believe we are in a brand new era with the healthy edge. It is going to serve us at a renewal at the cellular level that we were maybe missing before. And now have something like when I talk about foundational health to people, I'm talking about these basics. And now, literally, the healthy edge is the basics of foundation. Maybe mental renewal is an area that you're like, you know what? I've not been doing personal growth and reading and staying curious and listening to podcasts. You're here. That's amazing. Right? So you're like, okay, I'm back at it, but you need to stay plugged in. And I will say, right now, even though we may be ending our series together with the Leader's Edge, honestly, this is just the beginning for each and every one of you. You need to say, I'm going to go back through all of this. I'm going to take my book. I'm going to start charting my path because I do want to be the next 2.0 leader of myself. The other two categories, you guys, are emotional, social renewal, making sure that you're connecting with your community, you're filling yourself up because relationships fill yourself. I will say, being in Dallas, meeting all the people from Love Biome, connecting in community on a bigger level, man, did I come home so filled up from that experience. And then spiritual renewal, whatever that is for you, have aligned action. Whether you reflect, you journal, you pray, you meditate, whatever that is, know why you lead, know why you're here, because our mission is to help others live extraordinary lives in this spiritual pursuit. Truly, it is the service, all of these four dimensions of renewal. So, with that, you guys, let's talk about energy, right? Not time. We all have the same 24 hours in the day, but energy is the true currency of a leader, of leadership. So, by renewing those four things, you're like, oh, I'm not just managing, I manage my energy. And again, I always want to say myself as a leader that I'm stepping up to walk the walk. So my consultants, my customers, my team sees me that people are going to join us. People are going to stay with us. People are going to connect with us because of how we make them feel. So I every day make sure intentionally, and I want you intentionally to sharpen your saw. Sharpen your saw of energy optimization. Activate. Just like activation, what we say, right, is energy at the cellular level, renewal is energy at the human level. Every single day, stay in that renewal. Post Dallas is this is our momentum to re-energize and to multiply momentum with what we have our hands on. And when we say renewal multiplies leadership capacity, when we sharpen the saw, we expand our ability to handle more, see more people, help more people, have a bigger purpose, have more impact. You guys, that's why we're here. If this is like, yes, 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 drop a number one in the chat, you guys. I want to make sure like you're here with me. I want to hear from you guys because burned out leaders, they can't build thriving teams. And every one of you, I'm sure, has the time that you've been a little bit burnt out, or maybe like, am I doing this thing? Right? Yeah, us too. Totally authentic, totally true. It is okay. That is life. And what I want you to understand is when we talk about renewal, renewal is not rest. It's strategic investment in your longevity as a leader. For instance, about a month ago, I just spent 3 days and went to a retreat in Florida. to fill my cup, to pour into me, to talk about abundance, to create a better leader in myself, because there's always the next version of you. And so pour into you. Activation is the modern expression of sharpening the saw. So you guys, I love all of this, right? Like take this in. Like I just this is exciting. Our mission at LifeVantage is to activate the body's ability to renew itself. Is it not? Pretty cool, right? We're not just taking supplements, we're turning on our biology. Protanum NRF2, our beautiful flagship, oxidative stress renewal. NAD, that mental clarity and focus renewal. NRF1, mitochondrial energy renewal. Our beautiful P84 Love Biome now is our gut and immune renewal. Our collagen is the beauty and connective tissue renewal. Habit 7 suits us because it is cellular level activation, but at the leadership level, habit 7 at the leadership level is alignment. And this is what I want you guys to start really having a clear message when you're talking to your potential prospects and customers and other people that want to join us is this is alignment. We want to activate ourselves. We want to become better versions of ourselves. Our products do that for us, but that's what we're doing as a community and you're doing as a leader. So let's talk about integration, not balance, okay? I'm sure you've all had, like, oh, balance and balance is a trade-off and oh, that means like you got to give up something else to have balance. But really, integration suggests harmony. And that's what I love because I don't know, any of you guys like, I don't know, tell me if you were ever in the band, right? What did you play? As a kid, I played piano and then all through middle school and high school, I actually played the saxophone. And we all had our different parts when we played. And together it was beautiful harmony. But some of us had more parts than others. Some of us were like just had a small part, but every part created the harmony. You need to reach out to every single person on your team and every single person around you to say, you know what? I need all of you. This integration is all harmony for what we can have together. And now you can build your business and still protect your peace, your calm when you're operating from renewal because it's flow. You guys, like this hustle and grind thing is over and done. I want you to be open to the universe. The infinity sign shows that you put things out and it comes back and this is constant ever flowing. And that's where flow. This business, when you get into flow and big things starts to happen, it's when you integrate your physical, your mental, your spiritual, and your emotional energy all together. You're aligned and your business is aligned. This is the biggest thing I want to, this last couple slides, you guys, I want you to take away that renewal is contagious. If you model it, your team is going to get on fire with renewal. It's going to multiply your capacity. As a leader, your team, just like as a parent, right? Your kids model what you do. They don't do what you say, they do what you do. It's the same here. So model energy, model optimism, model growth, model curiosity. And I know several of you, as you're learning to be leaders, you're still like, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? Even we had the wrong Zoom link earlier today, right? But instead of being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, say, oh wow, that's cool. They could punt, they could change, they could pivot on a dime, and it's literally no big deal. So you are going to model the behavior you want your team to have. And I really love this because I always talk about a cup and you cannot pour from an empty cup, but you can overflow from a renewed one. Right now, where we are with LifeVantage, you guys, we are in overflow. We have so much to give. It is such an exciting time. I want you to think right now, this integration of Love Biome, we're in gut renewal. We are in global activation all around the world. I love the fact that most of P84 is happening everywhere. It's in the NFR sites. It's all coming together. This acquisition is the embodiment of renewal at the cellular level and at the company level. We are uniting communities. We are restoring trust. We are expanding health at the true gut, brain, and immune access. So as leaders, I want you to go out there and we need to really take this message. Whatever has happened in this past year, it has taught us a lot of things about excitement, about launching. And right now, we are in the best potential time where emerging science and soul is renewing our mission and truly it's multiplying our reach. So here's your call to action, you guys, right? When we're going to lead from renewal is you need to schedule time weekly to sharpen your saw. What are you doing physically, mentally, spiritually, socially? I don't know. Drop it in the chat like, is there an area you're like, crap, I'm not doing anything? I'm sure you have an area or two that you love and you spend most of your time in, but make sure you're touching all four. And then ask your team, what are you doing this week to renew your energy? Help them, encourage them, show them that way. Recommit to your purpose, reignite your curiosity, and really connect with your why. This is the time. But I want you to remember out of everything, when you have every single conversation with anybody in the grocery store, on the street, online, on the soccer field, you are the most powerful asset. So you need to activate it and you need to renew yourself daily. Because if you're not filled up, when that conversation's about to happen, you're like, oh, I'm good. End of conversation, right? So be ready, be open because beautiful things are all around you. Activation in this business is all around you if you're really paying attention. So you guys, I'm gonna come off screen here, but I just want to make sure that we're continuing this conversation in our Facebook group of the Leader's Edge. We really want to thank you. We want you to be planning your weeks, and this is probably the number one call to action I'll say is the key isn't to prioritize what's already on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities, right? From Stephen Covey. We went through that whole graph of what things are like, important and not necessary, what things are like emergent and not necessary. And it's like, oh my gosh, I need to be putting my focus of on things of what matters most. So as I come back to you here, I'll bring Sarah and I back, and Sarah, feel free to unmute. But I want every single one of you to say, I am the leader. I have everything I need. LifeVantage has given me everything I need. There's nothing that I'm waiting for, nothing that I need to learn, nothing that I need to do. We have everything in our hands right now. And every single one of you that are here, whether you're here live with us or whether you're here on the replay, watching this later in a recording, your leader thought of you because they saw you as a leader and maybe they saw it before you saw it in yourself. And maybe you're still questioning, like, am I supposed to be here? Why am I here? No, no, no. There's no need to question. We all have greatness inside of us and we're all ready to take ourselves to this next level and step up and do big things and bold things. But the only way we can do that for ourselves and our business and LifeVantage is to keep ourselves in renewal over and over and over. Sarah, anything else you want to say? And then you guys in the chat, after Sarah speaks, I would really love you guys, being that this is our end, right? To unmute and share any maybe highlights or your one thing call to action of what you want to walk away with. But Sarah, please.
Yeah, well, first of all, amazing, Kellie. I was like snapping shots, taking notes over here. That was fantastic. Really pulling it together just around activating ourselves, activating our alignment, all of the things. Amazing. Well, I would love to hear best takeaways from everyone else because that's my closing. I just appreciate the leadership that showed up and locked arms to really deliver as well as each and every one of you that decided to say yes to a Sunday night call and really put this into play, into action. So I just appreciate you.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm looking over at the chat and it's like, I am the leader. I have everything I need. I have everything I need. Yes, yes, join, join. Oh my gosh, more exercise. And I will end, and this was like real, honestly, super extra special is here we are. We came off of Dallas. We're all super excited with not just a new product, but a new business opportunity for everyone, right? With what we have, with this excitement of Love Biome and everything. But even more, what I realized is there's parts when we're all together as Conference of Dallas, which is excited, And then you actually get to spend time with other leaders and get trained by leaders who are peers. And so, Andrew, I know that you're here. It was literally such a blessing that Andrew and I and my husband Arthur got to chat for like 2 hours before she took off on our flight. And I want you to find other leaders. And that could be somebody else in another line that's another, whether it's an MC1, an MC2, or what, like who, it doesn't matter rank, it doesn't matter anything. But the more you can lock arms with people, we can do better things together. And so, Andrea, anyways, thank you for coming to Indy. Thank you for blessing us. And I want you guys to say, who can I bless? Who can I spend time with? Who can I get on the phone with and get more excited? Because we all need each other more than we think.
Yes.
Excellent, you guys. Well, if there's not any other questions, I don't see anybody really unmuting or asking questions. I will just say from all of us of the League of Leaders, thank you for taking the time, your energy, and effort of your Sunday nights to be with us. Thank you for saying yes to wanting to step into one step higher. Whether for some of you that's 1%, some of you 10%, some of you that are like, I'm going for elite. Wherever that is, you're the future leaders of LifeVantage, and we need every single one of you to keep shining. So, from the bottom of our hearts, from all of us, we thank you so much and
All right.
congratulations.
Sharada, do you have something you
Well,
want to say?
well, I just want to ask, so like obviously the Facebook group is there. Is that going to stay up and those are going to, and you guys might have said it, and those are all going to, the replays are all going to stay on there and where we can access them? Okay,
Yes,
awesome.
absolutely.
Love it. So valuable. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
you bet.
And
All
there
right.
will, I was just gonna say, as we end, you guys, there may be another like series like this again. We will just see. Obviously, the launch of what's happening right now with P84 and our company is so exciting. We all have like our mind, like, let's go build a business. So I want you to take these principles and go build a business. But as things unfold again, you guys will be first to know whether you want to go through it again, whether you want to bring more leaders in, that you have people now becoming leaders. We will let each and every one of you guys know when that time comes happens. But thank you, all of you. And yes, the Facebook group will stay open so you can see all the recordings right there.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a fantastic night, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon,
Good
everyone.
night, everyone. Love you guys.
Bye.